Welcome back to Richmond Tourism Talk. I'm Samantha Burford, and we are at the historic Fort Boonesborough State Park. And today I'm with Bill Farmer, who's going to tell us all the events going on this fall, especially in September. And I know we've got the big event, the Fort Boonesborough Siege.
Right, the 1778 Siege of Boonesborough, which was a major event as part of the Revolutionary War, actually.
Right.
And if the settlers had not succeeded in defending the fort and it had been overtaken and destroyed, it would have been a whole new western front to the Revolutionary War.
Right. So tell us the dates on when you guys are going to have your event.
The reenactment is 21st and 22nd of September, and we have battle reenactments each day, 2 o'clock. Lots of things to see, lots of things to hear, lots of things to learn about.
Well, I know you guys have events here year-round, but this is a really big event. You guys have people coming in from all over, don't you?
This is true. We have probably 6, 7 states providing reenactors from different areas, and it is the largest event of the season.
Now, do you know how much it costs to get in? I'm sure you do.
There's no additional charge, actually.
Excellent.
The regular fort admission of $8 for adults, $5 for kids.
Right.
And it's a bargain because it's a major activity. It's probably involves 5, 6 times as many different people doing different interpretations as we have on a normal daily basis.
And it's a wonderful family event. I mean, bring your children. It's not only a nice family event, but it's a learning experience as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. We one of the things you might see while you're visiting the fort, we do various demonstrations and interpretations of the life skills and daily things that people had to do in order to survive.
Right.
And we could do a real quick demo right now if you'd like.
I'd like that.
Okay.
Please do.
We have, this is just a simple little tin case. And these folks, especially when they were traveling, they would be carrying something like this, either a little tin box or a leather pouch. In that, they would have flint, which is the same type of stone that Native Americans used for arrowheads, knife blades, scrapers, different types of tools. They fire steel. This is forged from an old file. And this is some charred material here. Each time you have a campfire while you're traveling, if you clean your rifle, have some dirty little patches of cloth left, you stick them in the fire, and as soon as they flame up, you snuff them out with ashes, and then you put them in here and take them along. Because anything that's been in the fire before will catch a spark very easily.
Okay.
And catching that spark is part of the success of starting a fire. The other item you need is tinder. This is cedar bark, easily stripped from dead cedar trees. You can take the bark and twist it, wring it out. Actually, you're breaking it down into thin fibers.
Okay.
Until you have this real fine consistency. Now, could you possibly hold that right there like that?
All right.
And you make a little bird's nest of it.
I was getting ready to say that. It looks like a bird's nest, so.
And you place some of this tinder, previously charred material, in here. And then just hold that a little bit lower, right about there. And we'll see if we get some sparks here.
This is actually very exciting, and I know those of you at home can't see, but we actually even have an audience, so that's nice. And it's burning.
You kind of wrap this around and blow into it.
And there we go. Can you see it, Randy? There There we go. We don't want to burn your fingers.
That's just one of the things that folks might see as they go around through the fort. You might see it at the forge. People ask, how do you start that fire in the forge? That sort of thing. You might see a striker on the table down here in another cabin and ask about it. So what we really like to do is have people see things and learn how they were done then, so they can compare how they start a fire in your grill today. Right. How did these folks have to start a fire? What did you do for light? What did you do for heat? How did you prepare your meals? How did you cook without a microwave? That sort of thing.
Right. Now tell us the date one more time.
21st, 22nd of September.
Now, I also want to add, I know you guys have a lot of school trips, field trips here at the Fort Boonesborough State Park.
Right. And anybody who's interested in scheduling a trip here to the fort for a school group, if you go on to www.fortboonesboroughlivinghistory.org, and on there you can click on the teacher resource, and there's a whole, takes you to a whole section with video and text and so forth about visiting the fort, what the groups can see and how it works.
Right.
For school groups. Mm-hmm.
Well, Bill, I think we've caught it all today, right?
Okay.
Is there anything else? I want to make sure that you don't have anything else you want to tell us.
Almost the following weekend.
Okay, so there is more.
2 weeks behind the siege. First weekend in October, we have it's called a hammer-in. It's a blacksmithing event.
Okay.
The whole first week of October, we'll be doing a charcoal burn, which is making charcoal the way it was made in the 18th century, right out the back gate here. And then that weekend, we'll have demonstrations by different blacksmiths over here in the forge, making different things. And even have a couple of portable forges set up where folks who are interested might want to try their hand at making a simple tool or something like that.
Right. And I do want to make sure everyone knows as well that you guys will be available at the Great American Festival. That's at our downtown location, and it's September, I believe, I want to say 7th, 8th, and 9th. I know Kids Fest is the 7th, I believe, and you guys will be available there, too, so people can come and actually make things on site there as well.
That's true. We'll have the forge again. We'll probably be demonstrating the fire by flint and steel. Hope to have a spinner down there. The foundation is going to be taking photographs of folks in 18th century clothes again, the way they did last year. We'll have several things. Some of the same things that we did and maybe a couple of new things.
Right. So I know you guys have a website and you do have a Facebook page, so all this information will be on there, or it will be on our Richmond Tourism Facebook page as well.
And any questions, just call the fort and we'll answer them for you.
Great. Bill, thank you so much for allowing us in here. It's a beautiful day, and I know we've got an audience today, so I appreciate it. It's been exciting. And we'll be right back with more Richmond Tourism Talk.